All right, let's talk about something we all grapple with, authenticity. How can we actually be our true selves? And, maybe the bigger question is, why is it so incredibly hard sometimes? Let's dig into that.
I mean, it's this deep down need we all have, right? To just live genuinely, to stop putting on a performance for everyone and just be, you know? Without all the masks, without the fear.
But, before we can even get to the how, we kind of have to pause and look at something else first.
And this is actually the real question we need to answer. Why can't we just be ourselves? What's getting in the way? What are these forces that make it feel so impossible to just exist as we are? Because if we can figure that out, well, that's the key to everything.
Okay, so the answer starts with something we all do. It's all about that mask we put on, that persona we build just to get through the day. And when you look at the research, the reason is almost painfully simple. We face constant rejection. Think about it. From when we're really young, we learn that showing who we really are, our true feelings, our weird little quirks, what we actually need, can get us shot down. It leads to disapproval, people not getting us.
So what do? We adapt. We build this incredibly powerful defense mechanism. We create a mask, right? A persona that we think is going to be more acceptable, more likable, easier for people to swallow. It's basically a shield to protect us from the pain of not being accepted for who we are.
And just look at the difference here. On one side, you have the masked self. Yeah, it feels safer, but those smiles aren't real. The words, they're not coming from the heart. And then there's the true self, hidden away. It's vulnerable, for sure, but that's where the real, authentic you actually lives.
And this quote just nails the core problem, doesn't it? Everything becomes fake. Why? Because we figure out that hiding behind that mask feels safer than just being who we are. It's this constant trade-off we're making. So, if we're all stuck behind this mask, how do we get out? Seriously, how do we break free from this whole cycle of faking it?
Well, the path to an answer actually starts in a place you might not expect, way back in our earliest childhood memories. And this is where John Bowlby's incredible work on attachment theory comes in.
So, the big idea here is something called secure attachment. And what that means is it's this really strong, healthy bond that a kid forms when their parents or caregivers just accept them unconditionally. When their needs are met and they feel safe, it creates this solid foundation for them to grow from.
And the effect of this? It's huge. A kid with that secure base feels safe enough to go out and explore the world, to be curious, to be confident. And here's the kicker. It builds this deep, fundamental trust in other people.
Okay, so how does a bond from when you're a toddler lead to being an authentic adult? Let's connect those dots.
So, Bowlby had this concept he called an internal working model. The best way to think about it is like a mental blueprint. It's this map you build in your head based on your earliest relationships, and it shapes everything. How you see yourself, how you see other people, and what you expect from life.
So if you had that secure attachment, your mental blueprint is built on solid ground. The message that gets wired into your brain from day one is incredibly powerful. You are worthy. You are valuable, exactly as you are. And you can see the whole chain reaction here. It starts with unconditional acceptance. That builds this internal model of, hey, I'm worthwhile. Then something amazing happens. That feeling extends outward. You start seeing other people as valuable too. And the final result of all that? Real, genuine authenticity.
And that right there, that's the crucial point. This isn't just about feeling good about yourself. It's a whole worldview. When you have that secure foundation, you see worthiness everywhere, in yourself and in other people. Suddenly, there's no need for a mask, right? Because your true self feels valid, and you automatically give that same respect to everyone else.
All right, this brings us to our final part, and it's a big one. It's all about the path forward.
So, this all paints a pretty clear picture of the ideal scenario, but it leaves us with a really heavy question. What about all the people who didn't get that secure start? For those of us who didn't have that experience, how in the world can we develop authenticity? And that's the challenge we're left with. The idea is that just understanding why you put on the mask in the first place, well, that's the very first most important step you can take towards one day being able to take it off.